Hi creators, this is Zoe with the Course Marketplace. Today we're going to create a video and review the Vyond software. In the background, I have put up a time-lapse of myself creating a short for the marketplace. I did a bit of a speed run, so I'm sorry about the randomness. Without further ado, let's get to it.
The Vyond dashboard is clean and simple, which is always a good thing. You can see recent videos you've worked on, or just start with a blank canvas. Once you've started a new project, you can browse through pre-existing scenes, which are nice if you need some help jump-starting an idea. I start by changing out the action of this character sitting at the desk. Since his legs are covered, we can choose a standing action since there are more options to choose from. Then I do the same for the girl beside him by keyword searching listen. This might give me something like a head nod. Luckily, you're able to change the character's expressions. Some of these expressions are a bit too much. I mean, who makes this face? I then use the replace button and choose a character that I've created in the past from my library. I add a few more scenes to the timeline, make some slight adjustments, and begin connecting them. Now I have a story in mind that I can tell throughout these scenes. We'll start by creating the main character. Vyond has a great character creator platform. You can choose the style, gender, and body type to get started. Then you can change the appearance like hair, skin color, eyes, nose, mouth, and more. Then you can change cosmetics such as shirts, pants, shoes, and accessories. I'm giving her a sweats outfit to give off the work from home vibe. We'll swap this character out for our newly created one. And on to the next scene. We'll have to do a bit more customization with this scene. Since the previous scene, our character was sitting on the couch working. It wouldn't make sense having all of this on a desk. We'll delete these props and add some new ones. Sometimes you have to be creative to make things work. I use ovals to create her legs and body. I adjust their sizes and colors to match her outfit and the couch. I then realize that this is a desktop computer, and we're gonna have to swap it out with a laptop. We'll do some final adjustments, add a couple more ovals to create the couch, and we're on to the next scene. For this scene, we'll start by swapping our character and finding an action that looks like she's holding something. One of my only real grievances with Vyond is finding the right action, especially holding an item. But we'll get back to this in a minute. Instead of just masking her in the square, I decided to do it the long way like a dingus and create a border to layer the scene. I'll show you how to mask later in the video. Use the eyedropper tool to copy the exact hex color of an object so you can keep your colors consistent. Sometimes there are situations that call for you to do it like this, so get used to creating shapes and layers to make a scene work when you have to. I then type Beauty Salon 101 to immediately change my mind and do office productivity training. Because who doesn't love that? Let's switch out some props for office items like a calendar and bookshelf. We'll make a floor by copying and pasting the square. We'll give it a darker shade of blue, layer it to give the room some depth, and put a desk in. And blam, we have an office. Now to the corporate office. I use the people working at their desks as a nice backdrop for the scene. I'll grab a whiteboard with a chart showing growth to show that there's improvement among the employees. After fidgeting with colors and sizes of the text for a bit, I need to find a stand for the whiteboard. I decided to do a makeshift stand by using a microphone and layering it behind the whiteboard. It looks pretty good. This is how I learn all the company's secrets. Moving on. I'll add our character and give her a presenting action. We'll assign enter effects to our character and the whiteboard to slide into the scene after a second. This will give the scene some life by giving it motion. Next, we'll give each scene a transition using Vyond's built-in transition options. After previewing what I've created so far, I realized I needed a couple more scenes to enhance the story I'm trying to tell. So I made a scene of our character shooting the video for her e-learning course. Then I created a scene of her shaking the boss's hand to symbolize a deal. Here you need to match the character's actions to line up a handshake. And the last thing we'll do is create a custom transition. I copied and pasted the office scene and the couch scene with my plan to transition from one to the other. Using some circles, I created a thought bubble above her head. While there are already pre-made thought bubbles in the Props tab, we are going to mask the circle and put our last scene in it. To do this, I took a screenshot of the office scene, uploaded it into Vyond, and dragged it into the canvas. I then layered it over the circle, selected both, right-clicked, and selected mask. made some adjustments, brought in more circles to outline our existing circles, and now to the fun part. We'll use the camera button to create a new focus point for the scene. Click Add Camera, then Add Camera Movement. Adjust it to line up with the same view and sizing of the previous scene. This may take some trial and error, but once you get it right, it will create an illusion of a seamless zoom out from the previous scene to the current. Very nice. Now we'll add some finishing touches and add music. A pre-made intro and outro off-screen because I did this after recording. Before we see the final result, please let me know in the comments what you want me to create next. Maybe how I edited this video or used AI for my voice? But without further ado, here's what we've created.